Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 22nd day of October. Here we go. Today we're continuing in the laws of Makeh B'Patish on Shabbos. That means you're not allowed to complete an item on Shabbos. That's one of the 39 malachas that you're not allowed to do, is completing an item. So, if let's say you have a new shoe that doesn't have shoelaces in it yet, and you want to put in the brand new shoelaces in the new shoe, on Shabbos, you're not allowed to do that because that's completing the shoe. That would be an example of Makeh B'Patish, and you're not allowed to complete an item on Shabbos. If you're reinserting old shoelaces, or shoelaces were already in there and you're just reinserting some more, even if they're newer ones, that's okay because that's not completing the shoe. It had shoelaces already, so that would be okay. If your shoelace tears while you're putting them on Shabbos, you would have to do the repair of those shoelaces in a way that's clearly temporary but not permanent. So you could, for example, put in a shoelace that's a different color. Then it's not going to stay like that because who wants to have a different colored shoelace? So that's clearly temporary and therefore would be allowed. Or you could just put the shoelace into the top two holes, so then you're not going to leave it like that. That's just clearly a temporary repair, and that's what makes it more permissible since you're doing it in a temporary fashion. You can insert a belt into a coat as long as it's not a permanent thing, and it's usually not a permanent thing. If it's a new belt in a new coat, well, that's permanent-ish, because that new belt that you're putting in that new coat is probably going to stay there for a long time, so that you're not allowed to do on Shabbos. If you're inserting a belt into your pants on Shabbos, that's totally allowed because everybody knows that's not a permanent arrangement, so it wouldn't be Makeh B'Patish. If you have an old belt that fell out of your coat and you just want to pop it back in, that's not considered completing the coat. It already was complete. You're just putting it back the way it was supposed to be, and so that would be permissible on Shabbos also. If a lady has a run in her stockings and she wants to put nail polish on that run to help it not spread, or however that helps, I don't know so much about that, but you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos. That's Makeh B'Patish. That's fixing. It's fixing, and you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos. If a wig has totally lost its shape and you're going to comb it a lot to bring it back into its original shape, that's a real fix, and you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos either. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.